Since everyone else has been making videos and they're really, really good videos, I thought that I would just throw my 2 cents in as well. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm the protagonist of this, and we still don't know exactly what that means, except that Invisible Belfast has been following me for, it could be any amount of time, I guess, but at least for the past couple of months. Whoever orchestrated the mystery knows a lot about me, a lot about my history, and the structure of what we've had to do so far seems to be leading towards something to do with my past, especially with my father. A quick summary of what's happened so far. Well, I was identified as the protagonist, and Invisible Belfast started communicating with conspirators, which is what they or he or she calls us, through Facebook and Twitter and emails. Invisible Belfast seems to have set up a sequence of puzzles, and I'm guessing that when we get to the end of them, we'll find something important. The question that supposedly drives the whole thing is what lies at the center of Belfast, at the heart of Belfast, is the way that the letter put it. And all of this was started when I found, or at least for me, this pretty much started when I found this note in the back of a library book in the Lennon Hall Library. The book itself is The Star Factory, written by Kieran Carson, but the whole book has been just, it's full of like diagrams, and whole sections are blocked out, and it's just a really strange book that it seems to lie at the center of things as well. I know I told you guys to stay under 3 minutes, and it looks like I've got about 45 seconds left. So I just want to say that, another huge thing that's really important that's happened is today, someone found an article that The Guardian published, which says that it's basically just a sort of story, a little bit of a history of Kieran Carson's father communicating with Ari Kuipers in Holland, and that would be my granddad, I think. He's from the same place that my granddad is from. The guy that the article talks about is, he would have died in 1987, which is when my grandfather died, which is 10 years before when my dad died. And it's just really, like, I didn't know my granddad, but this points to, like, the connections. Like, I feel like we're getting closer to finding out what Invisible Belfast has to do with me. I don't have any clue what it is that lies at the heart of the city that we're supposed to find. What I would like to know is what the relationship between my dad and Kieran Carson is. If there is one, I think that there is one. I'm beginning to think that the writer that my dad mentioned in his suicide note, which you can see on my blog, was Kieran Carson. I've tried emailing him and calling him at his office at Queen's, and no response yet. I'd also like to know who's been impersonating Mary Kane, who was a friend of mine from childhood and who died a few years ago, which I just recently found out, and why they've been doing that. And I'd like to know more about Alan Hook, who's one of the conspirators, but we've increasingly found links between him and Invisible Belfast that just don't really sit that well. So I'd like to know what he really has to do with what's going on here, because I think it's more than he's saying. I've met Alan, and he's a really nice guy, but I don't trust him 100%, and I felt like he wasn't telling me the whole truth about who he is. So I'd like to know more about him as well. Again, I guess I just want to thank players for making the videos and for being a part of this, and I really need your continued help and support, and the help of more people in figuring out what lies at the heart of Belfast, and and to help us, get to that point. So if you haven't joined already, you can sign up on the main page, invisiblebelfast.com, and you'll start getting emails from Visible Belfast, and you can be a part of what we're doing. So thanks so much, and conspirators, I will talk to you all and be in touch with you soon.